Namaste friends, welcome back to my channel. Friends, in my previous video, I had shown you Nargis earring and we made this pair of earring in our previous video. And today I'm going to show you how to make the Nargis necklace with these earrings. So this is our Nargis necklace set that I have made for this pair of earrings that we have done in the previous video. I have made some more colorways, one more in fact, this one for these green earrings. And in today's video we are going to make the matching necklace for these blue earrings. So let us see what all material do we need to make our Nargis necklace for this dark blue earrings. Friends, for making our Nargis necklace in dark blue color, we are going to use this 10 mm rivoli crystal in Montana color. Then I'm going to use these 11 O's. These are Miyuki opaque matte AB black 11 O's. Here I'm using 15 O's in two colors. These are Miyuki duracoat galvanized gold 15 O's, and these are Toho's in metallic moss color, and the size is 15 O. Here I'm using 4 mm bicones in sapphire color, and this drop of size 12 by 8 mm again in sapphire color. Here I'm using these pearls in different shades of blue. Here this is in 6 mm size, this is in 4 mm size, both are in lavender color. Then I'm using this 8 mm pearl in bluish gray color, this 10 mm bead in Montana color, and this 3 mm hydrospherical bead again in Montana color. Here I'm using this S clasp. I'll be working with size 12 beading needle and Miyuki thread. So let's get started. Friends, for making our Nargis pendant, I'm going to make these petals first. So I will start making this petal by picking up 4 4 mm pearls, and now I'm bringing these down towards the end of my thread. And now tying a double knot. Like this, and passing through all these 4 pearls, pulling this tail in between these pearls very gently. Into like this, and into this first pearl, and holding this component with the tail like this. So this is our first right angle weave component with pearls, and now I'm going to make the second right angle weave component. So I'm picking up 3 4 mm pearls and going to pass through this pearl from the bottom, and these are my 4 pearls for my second right angle weave component. Now I'm going to pass through all these 4 pearls once again, keeping my thread nice and tight. Into this pearl, down through the pearl on the side, and I'm going to extend my chain. Now I'm going to make third right angle weave component. So again I'm picking up 3 4 pearls, and here as I'm exiting through the bottom of this pearl, I'm going to pass through the top like this and making a circle with these 4 pearls. Once again passing through all the 4 pearls. Again we have to keep our thread nice and tight here. Like this. Into this 4 pearl and into the one on the side. So here I have made 3 right angle weave component, and for making the 4th one I'm going to join these 2 pearls, and here I'm bringing these 2 pearls together, and now I'm going to pick up one 4 pearl and down through this other pearl like this. Again picking up one more pearl and into the first one. So this is my 4th right angle weave component, and I'm going to pass through all these 4 once again. Again keeping the thread nice and tight, up and through this top 4 pearl. So now as you can see I'm exiting through this 4 pearl on the top, and this is the top of our cubic right angle weave component that we have just made. And now we are going to pass through all these 4 pearls on the top, sealing the top, like this. So we have sealed the top, and now we are going to move towards the bottom. So I'm going to pass through this 4 pearl, into this pearl at the bottom, and here we have reached the bottom, and we have these 4 pearls on the bottom. Now we are going to seal this bottom by passing through all these 4 pearls and into this one. So this is the right angle weave component, and now we are going to make it into the petal. So before that we are going to embellish it. So here after exiting through this 4 pearl, I'm going to pick up 215 metallic moss, one 3 pearl or 3 bead, whichever I'll be using or you'll be using. So these are the 5 beads that I have picked up: 250 Nos, one 3 pearl or 3 bead. Here I'm using 3 hydrospherical bead and 250 Nos. So passing through this pearl like this, now into the next pearl, but before that I'm going to pick up one 11 opaque matte AB black and into the next 4 pearl like this. Now again picking up 15 Os metallic moss and one 3 pearl and 250 metallic moss. So these are the 5 beads, and passing through this 4 pearl like this. Again picking up one 11 opaque matte AB Now again I'm going to add these embellishments round these two pearls and add 11 in between throughout this round. So here I have added the last set of embellishment round the pearl, and now as I'm exiting through this 4 pearl, I have picked up this 11 and I'm going to pass through the first 4 pearl like this. Like this. You can see the top here, and now I'm going to step up. As I'm exiting through this 4 pearl, I'm going to step up into the first 3 beads, 250 O's, and the 3 pearl like this. Flip it like this, and now picking up 250 O's, and I'm going to pass through this 4 pearl just opposite to the one to which I have added the embellishment. So here like this. Now again picking up 250 metallic moss, going back into the 3 pearl like this. So we have added this embellishment, stepping up into the 250 O's that we have just added, and into the 4 pearl on the top here. And now again I'm going to pick up one 11 into the next 4 pearl, picking up 250 O's into the 3 pearl, again picking up 250 O's into this 4 pearl like this. So you can see the look after adding these to the top pearls, and this way I'm going to add these two to these 4 pearls and come back. Now after attaching this last set of embellishment to this top pearl, right now I'm exiting through this 4 pearl, and now I'm picking up one 11 and going to pass through this first 4 pearl. So you can see the look at the top and the sides and the bottom. And now stepping up into this first 11 down through these two 15 again picking up two 15 metallic moss into the two 15 and the 11 at the bottom like this. Keep your thread nice and tight here. Into the two 15 picking up two 15 and into the next two 15 and the 11 like this. We have added these 15 and you can see the look. And now after exiting through this 11 pick up two 15 one 11 and two 15 So I have picked up these 5 beads, two 15 one 11 two 15 and into the next 11 like this. Now down through these two 15 pick up two 15 into the next two 15 and the 11 Keep your thread nice and tight to get a nice finish, and down through these two, up through these two 15 Now again picking up two 15 up through these two 15 and the 11 like this. And now after exiting through this 11 again picking up two 15 one 11 and two 15 the set of 5 beads into the next 11. So you can see I have added the 15 rows in between the ones added in the last 2 steps, and I'll be doing this all through this round. Now after adding these 15 rows to the last set, right now I'm adding the set of these 5 beads on the top here like this. So this is the look after completing this round, and this is from the top. So here right now I'm exiting through this 11 row, and now I'm going to step up into the first 3 beads, the 250 rows and the 11 row like this, and pick up 250 rows, 1 4 pearl and 2 15 rows. So these are my 5 beads, 250 rows, 1 4 pearl and 250 rows, and I'm going to pass through the 11 row of the next set like this, and now picking up one 11 row, and I'm going to pass through this 11 row of the third set like this. Just pull your thread tight here and pull this bead in like this, and now pushing it in these beads, I'm holding my thread tight, and I'm going to pick up one 15 row and pass through this 15 row just before the pearl, the 4 pearl and the next 15 row. So right now I'm passing through these 3 beads on the top, and here we have to keep our thread nice and tight again. Just pull it tight like this, and as I'm exiting through this 15 row next to the 4 pearl, again I'm picking up one 15 row, and I'm going to pass through this 11 row of the fourth set, and in the same direction in which I'm moving into these pearls like this. Just keep it nice and tight like this. We have to keep our thread nice and tight here, then only we will get a beautiful finish on the top. And now I'm picking up an 11 row, and as I'm exiting through this 11 row of the fourth set, I'm going to pass through the 11 row of the first set like this. So this is the look after completing this round from the top like this. And now as I exit through this 11 row, I'm going to pick up 115 row down into the 215 rows and the 11 row like this, up through the 215 rows, picking up 115 row down through the 11 row and the next 215 rows like this, into this 11 row on the side, up through the 215 rows and the 11 row, now again, and now after exiting through this 11 row, again picking up 115 row down through these 215 rows and the next 11 row, up through the 215 rows, and now after stepping up into the 215 rows, again I have picked up 115 row, and I'm going down through this 11 row and the next 215 rows like this. So you can see the look and now into the 11 up through these two 15 and the 11 down through these three 15 and the 11 like this, up through the two 15 sorry, the three 15 and now up through this 15 that I have attached with this 4 pearl, this one at the bottom, down through and into this 15 at the bottom, the second one like this. Just pull your thread nice and tight here, down through these three 15 and the 11 up through these three 15 into this 15. You can see the three 15 on this side, so I'm just passing through this one at the bottom of the three and the next one at the bottom. So these two are the trio, and like this, down through these three 15 and the 11. So here, this is the look of a petal, and now going down through these 15 into these 15 and the 11 at the bottom, and here again we are going to add the set of 5 beads as we have done on the top. So sorry, I picked up 6. So these are 5 beads, 2 15 1 11 and 2 15 and into the next 11 again picking up 2 15 1 11 and 2 15 the set of same 5 beads, and into the next 11 and I'll be adding the set of these 5 beads all through this round. So here I'm adding my last set, and this is the look, and now stepping up into the first 3 beads of the first set like this. So here you can see this is the front side or the back side. This is the front, this is the side. You can see this triangle on the side, and this is the back and the side. So we have to take care of the sides and the front and the back. So right now I'm exiting through this 11 on the side of this petal. So as I'm exiting through this 11 I'm just going to pick up one 11 and pass through this next 11 the 11 of the next set like this. So now after adding this 11 we have to hold our thread nice and tight, and now I'm going to pick up 4 15 1 8 pearl and 4 15. So these are the beads, 4 15 1 8 pearl and 4 15, and I'm going to pass through the 11 of the third set. Very gently we have to place it in the center in this hole like this, and now as I'm exiting through this 11 I'm going to pick up one 11 and pass through this 11 of the next set, again keeping our thread nice and tight. We have to keep pushing it in the space that we have created in the petal, And now as I'm exiting through this 11 I'm going to pick up 3 15 and I'm going to pass through this 15, skipping 3 from this one and into this 15. Okay, just hold the thread nice and tight and into this 15 and the pearl like this. Now just keep it nice and tight here, exiting through this 15 next to the pearl and picking up 3 15 as I already have this fourth one to which I'm exiting, and I'm going to pass through this 11 of the fourth set in this direction, the same direction as I'm moving in the pearl. So I'll be moving like this. Just pull your thread nice and tight here and into the 11 that we have added at the bottom here and into the next 11 like this. So here we have added the pearl, and now as we are exiting through this 11 again I'm picking up 1 15 into the 2 15 and the 11 like this, up through the 2 15, picking up 1 15 and into the 11 and the 2 15 like this, down through this 11 up through the 2 15 and the 11 and as I'm exiting through this 11 again picking up 1 15 down through these 2 15 and the 11 like this, up through the 2 15 and picking up 1 15 down through the 11 and the next 2 15 like this, into the 11 up through the 2 15 and the 11 into the 15 and the 11, these four, the 3 15 and the 11 up through these 3 15 and the next 3 15 attached with this pearl on the side, you can see. So I'm passing through 1 2 3 4 5 6 15 right now, down through the 3 15 at the back, 3 of this pearl and 3 down here like this, into the 11 up through the 6 15 like this, came down through these 3 and the next 3 15. So here into this 11. So here I'm exiting through this 11 and you can see the look of our petal. And now As I'm exiting through the staccato, I'm going down through these 350 rows and tying a knot in between these 50 rows, down through the next 350 rows, the 11 row, like this, up through the next 350 rows on the other side, again tying a knot and into the next 350 rows and the 11, like this. Now I'm going to cut the thread off. So here I have completed my petal, and in the same way I'm going to make the rest of the petal, and in the last petal, that is the fifth one, I'm going to show you how to add the drop at the bottom.